What I want to talk to you about today is two things. One, the rise of the culture of availability. Two, a request. We are seeing a rise of availability being driven by mobile device proliferation. Globally, all social strata. And we are seeing, along with that, the proliferation of mobile devices, expectation of availability, and with that come the third point, which is obligation. The obligation to the availability. Problem is we are still working through from a societal standpoint how we allow them to be available. There is a significant delta between what we are willing to accept. And sorry to, and apologies to Hans Rosling. He said anything that isn't used in the real stats is a lie. But the big delta here is how we deal with this from a public standpoint. So we have developed certain tactics and strategies to cover up. This first one is called the lean. And if you have been in a meeting where you play sort of meeting chicken, you are sitting there looking at the person, waiting for them to look away, and you quickly checking the device. Although you can see the gentleman on the right is passing him. The stretch. Okay, the gentleman here on the left is saying, screw you, I'm gonna check my device. But the guy on the right, he's doing the stretch. It's the reach out, the physical contortion to get the device just below the tabletop. And my favorite one, love you, mean it. Nothing that says I love you like let me find somebody else that I give a damn about. And this guy coming to us from India, you can find this on YouTube. The guy is recumbent on a motorcycle while text messaging, or what we call the sweet gravy, stop me before I kill again. It's actually the device. So what this is doing is we find a direct collision between availability and what's possible through availability and fundamental human need, of which we have been hearing a lot about, actually, which is the need to create shared narratives. We are very good at creating personal narratives, but it's the shared narratives which make us a culture. And if you are standing with someone and if you are on a mobile phone, mobile device, effectively what you're saying to them is you aren't as important as literally almost anything that could come through the device. Look around you, there might be someone on one right now participating in a multi-dimensional engagement. And here, our reality is not less interesting than the story that I'm going to tell you about it later. And this one I love. The poor kid, clearly a prop. Don't get me wrong, willing prop. And the kiss that's being documented kind of looks like it sucks. And this is a sound of one hand clapping. So as we lose the context of our identity, it becomes incredibly important that stories that we tell becomes the context of shared narrative, which becomes the context in which we live. The stories we tell, what we push out becomes who we are. So people aren't just simply projecting their identity, but they are creating it. So this is the request I have for everyone in this room. We are creating the technology, and it's going to create the new shared experience that will create the new world. So my request is, please, let's create technologies that can make people more human and not less.